Hey Bearcat fans, welcome to another edition of This Week in Bearcat Athletics. Well, the football team remains unbeaten and has an opportunity to hoist a trophy this weekend at home in a night game. Also, the Northwest volleyball team with big matches coming up this weekend as the conference tournament approaches, and the Northwest cross-country teams will be in action in regionals this weekend. All that coming up with more on This Week in Bearcat Athletics. The Bearcat football team cruised through rivalry week last week with a 24-10 win over Missouri Western, setting up an opportunity to wrap up an outright MIAA championship this Saturday on national television when they face Emporia State. The Bearcats lead the Hornets by one game in the standings with 2 games to play. Emporia comes into the game as the second best offense in terms of yards gained in the MIAA behind Central Missouri, and the third leading scoring offense behind Northwest and Central. Northwest head coach Adam Dorrell says the Hornet offense goes right through their quarterback Brent Wilson, who leads the conference with almost 2,900 yards passing and 29 touchdowns.
They have a lot of really good skilled kids. I think their offensive line is good. I think they have 2 running backs are good, but make no mistake about it, the number one piece that they have is a quarterback. I think he's phenomenal. He's headsy. He's played in this league a long time. He's an old gunslinger. He reminds me of Brett Favre a little bit. He's not afraid to take chances down the field. He'll hang in the pocket and get hit. He's a student of the game. He can read coverages. If you blitz him and you don't get home, he's going to make you pay. Vice versa, if you set in zone the whole day, he's going to pick you apart. And seems to me what they do is they put a lot on him at the line of scrimmage and allow him a lot of flexibility. They'll go, and the next thing you know, they're playing up-tempo and they're not changing personnel, and they're lining up in a lot of different formations and trying to cause you problems. But to do that stuff, you've got to have a trigger man like him, and he's certainly special.
Saturday will be senior day for the Cats, with the group recognized before the game. Dorrell says even though there are not a lot of seniors, the seniors they do have left their mark in big situations this season.
At Northwest, you get so spoiled as a coach to have so many great kids, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. The thing that this senior class has done, and they're not done yet, but if they can find a way to win Saturday and win a conference championship, I meant when I said to you, we are on paper we were a 7-4 football team, and you look at some of the games that we've had this year, what our record could be, and I go back to every one of those games that was close. We had seniors step up, make plays in those games, and it's just it's a special group. They're special because they care about each other, they play hard, their commitment to excellence is phenomenal, their attention to detail is phenomenal, and I know it's really important to myself, our coaches, and the rest of our kids. We always talk about being able to raise the seniors up on senior night, and be able to raise them up at the Paul with potentially a trophy would be huge.
Saturday's game has been moved to a night game with kickoff set for 6 o'clock. All tickets that have the 1 o'clock start time on them will be honored. There is no need to trade out tickets before Saturday. The Northwest volleyball team can be the 6th team to lock up space in the MIAA postseason tournament with a win this weekend. The Cats will play Nebraska Kearney Friday and Fort Hays State Saturday, both on the road. Bearcat head coach Amy Worth says her team is playing well right now, really close to stepping up and playing well against the top teams in the MIAA.
I'm comfortable, but what I'm trying to get through to everyone on a daily basis is that we're just hitting getting to the tip of the iceberg from the standpoint of what we have in front of us. And I've always said this from just the beginning of the season after we got back from that first couple tournaments, from the standpoint of being excited what's going to happen at the end of this season. I just feel like we're going to come together and we're going to play our best. Once we get into that postseason, conference tournament, I'm excited to see these teams, for second or third time, to be able to know that much more about them, because I just feel like we're going to be playing our best at that point.
Hayes is one spot behind Northwest in the conference standings. The Cats will finish out the regular season schedule the following week with 3 matches on the road. The Bearcat cross-country teams will head to Joplin this weekend for the Central Region Championships. The top 5 teams for men and women advance to the national meet, also in Joplin later this month. In addition to teams, the top 3 individuals not on one of the qualifying teams will also advance to nationals. The Northwest women's soccer team's seniors helped the team close out the season with a win at home Sunday. 3 seniors scored the 4 goals in a 4-3 win over Lindenwood, including 2 in the last 5 minutes to wrap up the victory. Anna Holden scored 2 of the goals, with Sarah Worsfold and Crystal McElhose scoring the other 2. Cats close out the season with a 4-10-3 record overall, including a 3-7-1 mark in the MIAA. That's This Week in Bearcat Athletics. For producer Andrew Sherry, I'm Matt Gorder.